Guys, this is part two of this shampooer. We started testing out the tank and everything. We try to clean it up a little bit before we got anywhere with it. Okay. The part one of this is on a horizontal type of screen setup the way we have, and I'm just testing the response for both the horizontal way of presenting my lives and the vertical. That's all. Okay. Right now, the vertical seem to be the one that reaches more people, and we're able to communicate more. And more of the people that I'm used to communicating with on a daily basis seem to be able to find me on the vertical a lot easier. So it looks like that's the direction of things. All right, but I wanted to test out both of them. But in the meantime, though, I'm looking at this Royal Shampooer, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not used to the shampooer. Okay. There's a couple things that seem cool with it. I like, that they thought it through. And other things, it's like, we'll see. So right now, I'm getting to the brush section. Somehow the brush is not working. Okay, I tested it. The brush doesn't seem to be working, so I want to give it a shot, all right? But in the meantime, let me pull up to see if there are any questions that I didn't get to answer. Okay, so guys, I'm responding to some of the guys that commented in the community section of our videos, and this is what we have. It says, "Thanks for your video." Well, let me put on my glasses. What do you say? That might be a good idea. All right, thanks for your video. I finally learned a lesson. No boiling water. I changed the tank and it's working again. Awesome. I'm glad it helped. Okay, so this is that was cool. So this is about a turbo clean pet, and I was talking about how hot water really messes up your tanks. Okay, when people are using boiling hot water to shampoo their carpet. Especially, look, if you're buying, and I'll give you an example. If you're buying a shampooer, this is one more tip. I gave my earlier tips in the part one of this video. If you're buying a shampooer and you're in the store, okay, and you look at the plastic, guys, and the plastic looks like, let's say, like this, okay, and if kind of looks like that, hot water is going to do damage to this thing. Okay, you know who can probably have withstand hot water? Like the big greens. Those kind of plastic. If you look at a big green machine, the plastic is kind of hard. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Okay, the plastic is hard. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Matthew. So those things could probably take hot water. But these little tanks, don't mess with them, okay? Don't put hot water in these tanks, okay? And that's probably the online item that we sell the most out of our shop when we're shipping out or doing, it's the tanks, okay? Yeah, so keep that in mind. It's not that I don't want your business, it's that I'm here to help. So it's a little bit weird, right? It's like, I should tell you, hey guys, keep putting hot water in your tanks. But no, that's crazy. I wouldn't want to do that. All right, I wouldn't tell you that. All right, so I'm checking to see if this brush, now that you guys are here, TD and Matthew. Okay, I posed a question in part one of this live. The question was, why is it so hard? Why do I have to work so hard today to carry a machine for some of my lady customers? Okay. The age group is that I seem to have this issue with is probably mid-50s to younger. The older crowd, if I said, I'll get this door for you, yeah, no problem, thank you. I'll carry this machine from your car to inside. I'll take this box to your car. You just purchased a machine. Let me help you to your car. Let me carry it for you. And the more the people, I got it. No, you don't have to, I'm like, I'm just trying to get the door, and it seems like I'm insulting them. So I figured I'd post the question in part one of this video. This is part two. If you guys have an answer for me, let me know. Because sometimes I have my 16-year-old son here, And both of my sons grew up in the shop, and I always had them, you know, get the door, carry the machine, help Mrs. Johnson with the machine, bring the Kirby, especially a Kirby, like bring the Kirby in, go get the Kirby from her, try and help her bring it in. And the group, there's a group that just like I'm like, it feels like it's like I'm insulting them. So if you got that answer, share it. Okay. Anyway, let's check out this thing. Let's see if this what the deal? What's happening with this brush? Okay. So let me let's see. Like I said, this is gonna be my first time really going inside one of these machines. So automatically, I already see where the brush may be. Oh God, look! It even tells you. Look. Okay. Right here. See this little guy right here? This look like the brush motor. Okay. And look at the way the belt is set up. It already gives you a diagram of the belt. Okay, so that's gonna be fun. All right, my guy is unplugged. Let me dive in. Let me see what the deal is. I'm gonna give this thing away to, if I can fix this, if I can fix it, it'll just be here at the shop, and I'll wait for someone who said that they want it, and if they want it, they can just swing by our shop and pick it up. I'm not looking to sell this. You know what? I don't even think I have to go this far in. Look. There's an access point for the belt. Okay, look at this. Wait a second. Let's see if this works. Ooh, look at that. 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 Now, see, this is a cool little picture they have right there to teach me how to put the belt on. See that? Is that awesome? So, but damn, this belt, is this a regular rubber belt? Hold on. You know how you could tell? Try to stretch it. The tensioner belts, they don't have any elasticity in them. The geared belts, neither. The tensioner belts are the ones that, I don't know, when you recline the machine, this thing pushes down on the belt, make it tight, and then when you put it in the upright position, it eases off and it's loose. Tensioner belt. These belts now, this looks like a stretch belt. It is a stretch belt. Okay, that means all I need to do, first, let's find out which belt would be used on this machine, okay, normally. Now, I'm thinking it's probably a 22. Let me see what this says. Holy shit. You know what it uses? At least the one that was on there was a 4.5 belt. You think so? A 4.5? 4.5 is kind of small. Okay, fine, whatever. The next thing, you see this this black stuff, this black sooty stuff on top of the drive shaft, the brush motor drive shaft? Okay, we're gonna have to clean that, okay? All right, I'm gonna try it then. I'm gonna try to get a 4.5 belt. I don't know, man. This may be just what the people found. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna put the belt up like this, and I'm gonna lift the machine up, and you tell me what you think. Okay, now look at the distance. Look at the distance the belt has to travel from the front, okay? And the shaft is all the way in the back. And this belt is like this. So it might, okay? But I'm taking into consideration the dip and all that, and it shortens the belt. So I don't know. Just I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go to my the favorite website for finding schematics. Believe it or not, is Parts Warehouse. All right. Let me see if I can let you guys see what I'm seeing here. Can you see what I see? Can you see what I see? Let me see if you can see what I see. All right. All right. I'm gonna let you see what I see. Okay. Parts Warehouse. All right. Let's see what we got. Wait. Parts Warehouse. All right, I'm gonna put in a model Now they don't pay me anything, guys. MRY 7910. Let me see if they have it. MRY 7. Wait, is it 7910? That's right. Okay, look like they have the tanks for it. Look like they're probably pretty limited. What is this? Water tube, lower handle, clean water. Normally the schematic will pop up for the whole unit on this side over here, but they don't seem to have it. All right, let me put a space and put belt. See if I can find it. No match. Let's search the internet in general. All right. Okay, somebody have it. Vacuum supply. It is a 4-5 belt. Yep. Okay. Well, I have 4-5 belts. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right then. Fine. Let's check it out. Okay. Let me put on the 4-5 belt. Okay. Let's put it on. Let me see Amazon real quick. What does this picture say? Come on, buddy. Okay, whatever. Great. Let me try the 4-5 and let's see what we got going on here, man. Let's see what we got. I'm not getting much help outside of that. So we found the 4-5 belt on the unit itself, right? And that's what we found on the unit. And now online we're finding some reference to the 4-5 belt. So I'll go with it. Okay, let me go get a 4-5 belt. I'll go with that. Fantastic. No problem. I don't know why. It felt like it was a different size, though, man. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It could just be, I could just be imagining things, but it felt like it should be a different size belt, guys. Honestly. Like, I'm gonna bring a belt that I think it should have been, and I could be wrong. So here we go. Okay, I got the 4-5, and I'm bringing the one that I'm thinking should be, but the 4-5 might just be perfect because it has enough tension. All right, but first we have to clean the shaft. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to clean the shaft. I'm gonna get a what do you call that? Sandpaper. Get the words out, Wayne. Oh shit. Okay, where's my sandpaper at? Okay, I got something here. I got something that'll do the trick. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, and then also I can verify if this brush motor is actually turning. Okay, because remember the brush wasn't turning, but I want to make sure the brush motor is also turning. Let me put these 2 screws back because I took them out of here, which I wasn't supposed to. I'm not going that far in. So, okay, let's see what we got. And let me go back to my stuff here. Okay. Yeah, now I'm not trying to pick on the ladies, man. It was just like, it was something I noticed, and it was just so odd that you would think that the expectation is for me to get the door, help with the heavy object or whatever, and then it just seemed like I'm trying hard to do it. It's like I'm getting pushed back, folks. It's like, why am I getting pushed back? All right, let's turn this on. Let's see what the deal is. I'm gonna plug it in. Let's see if I can clean the shaft. And if it's cleanable, that means the shaft, the motor is working. The brush motor, is it on? Yes. So what I'm doing, back there, I just use the sandpaper. and I just rubbed up against it like that. So while the shaft is spinning, I just touch the sandpaper on it and it cleans itself. Okay? All right, so now let's try this. Okay. Over, under, and the top part is over. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's try it. Now this is the size belt I was thinking, which is just a little bit. It's really just a little bit longer than it, but I was thinking this is it. But I can see why this will be better because of the tension. It will have a tighter grip. But let's try it. Okay, let's do it. Over, under. Okay. Over. It'd be nice if you could see it. Let me see something. Ooh, I know what to do. I'm gonna manipulate my little thing here. See, how's that? How's that? Okay, that's good. What is your favorite hand tool in the workshop? The Dremel. Well, it's not really a hand tool, right? Believe it or not, my favorite is the flathead. But the Dremel happens to be I could do a lot of things with that Dremel, man. I get off on this Dremel. All right, let me see if I did this right. Oh, I'm supposed to go under. Okay, damn. Okay, you're supposed to go under the bottom one here. Yeah, my favorite hand tool is the Dremel. All right, and then go, okay, over, and then, well, it worked. Damn, I guess my eyes was just not fathoming the relationship there with this and that. Gosh. Yeah, that one would have been too long. It really would have been. Okay, look at that. Golly. Okay. Let's see if it spins, okay? Let's see if the brush spins. See, so you see how it's set up? I got the belt on. Okay? And I'm gonna turn it on and we're gonna see if the brushes work. Ow! The hell, man? Damn. Okay, so it works. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the carpet after I put this back together. I have a little bit of water in it. I have a little solution in it, and we're gonna see if it shampoos. The only problem is I did discover a defect in it. Well, it's not a defect. It's part of the lid, the nozzle, is broken. Good luck, man. Looks like you're pretty tough. Thank you. Thank you for wishing me. Thanks for wishing me some good luck with this crazy machine here. All right, so I'm gonna go try to shampoo this carpet. So what I'm gonna do, right? We have a little bit of solution in here, just enough to test it. Okay. See if it works. I'm gonna put this over here, like so. Okay, this guy's in place. All right. Then we're gonna get the dirty water tank that holds all the dirty water. Sits right here. Simple enough. Then this is the part I said was broken, is this little piece right here. I just noticed that it's not hooking. So something like this, you may have to, if somebody want it, they can tape it. You know, they can tape it. You know, put tape or something, or I don't know, get another nozzle from eBay if they want this. Remember, I'm gonna be giving this away. So if it works, someone just have to contact me. I'm not gonna keep it more than a month, okay? I'm not gonna keep it more than a month. I'll just get rid of it. But because I'm not gonna ship this. I'm not shipping it. The shipping, I mean, unless you're a collector of something and this is valuable, you know. Give me a second, guys. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Well, tell him I say hello, okay?
I will.
All right, man. You take care. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right.
All right, guys. So let me turn this around so we can check it out. Hey, Scott, what's up, man? What's happening? So we're gonna turn this around and see if this thing works. Okay, so let me do this. Let me get this camera. All right, let's get the camera. Okay, let's get the camera, right? All right. All right, now I'm gonna get this machine. It's pointed at the carpet. All right, so let me get this machine and let's test it out, man. If this thing works, somebody, or maybe, you know, maybe even if it's for somebody else, like it's like, man, I got, you know, so-and-so their first shampooer and I want to give it to them. But remember, I'm a little bit apprehensive when it comes to the nozzle. So this nozzle may need to be held down. I don't know. It may affect it, it may not. Let's see. You know what? Let me bring the camera closer. Let me bring the camera closer so we can actually see the water coming out of this thing. Okay, let's do this. Let's bring it closer. How's that? Okay, fantastic. Let's see if it works. Turn it on. All right. Oh, it does work. But that nozzle needs to be clean. On the left, on the other side. Wait. Let's try it again. No, it's not strong enough to me. Hold on. Okay. All right, guys, I got two issues here. I got two issues, okay? My first issue is I don't like the belt scenario. The second issue, this thing is clogged up, so I probably should have cleared out all of this crap, but I didn't want to mess with it if I didn't know this thing was working. I didn't want to waste my I have just so much I have so much yuck in a day to deal with. I didn't want to give it all up on this guy right here. But I don't like the brush, man. Something is not right. So I'm gonna take this off right here. Okay? I'm gonna take this off, and I want to see what's happening over here. Okay? I probably don't even like the design. Okay? To be perfectly honest with you. Watch this. Something is going on. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see if this is possible. And let's watch this on the side and see what's happening. Because I don't like what I'm seeing here. Or just bear with me. How's that? All right, let's see. All right. And let's see. The water doesn't seem to be coming out too well. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So where's the pump? You know what? Ooh. Where's the pump? All right, now let's see if our problem is the pump. You know, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna get a hose. I think we have a hose attachment to this thing. And I'm gonna see if it sprays through the hose. If it sprays through the hose, then there's two options. Either the pump is broken up into two parts, one for the hose, one for the floor, or the pump is working and the floor is just clogged because it doesn't seem to be coming out the way it should. I see a little bit of sprinkles, but just not enough for what a shampooer should be doing. Okay? Tools, floor. Tools, floor. All right. This is a window that opens up. Right? Okay. All right. Okay. What else is there? I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. No, I really don't see it doing its job the way it should. What's this here? Remove to clear filter. Huh. Okay. Well, let's do something about this. Okay. Let's do something about this. Filter is clogged. All right. Okay. What's next? Filter is clogged. This is here. Okay. Floor and tools, right? Well, we're fine. Put it back to floor. Brushes are spinning. Okay. All right. So let's get that hose and see if we have a problem. All right. Give me a second. I hope I don't need more water though either, you know. Okay. I think this is the hose. This looks like it. I'm getting down here with you guys. Down and dirty. Okay. Yeah, it might be the pump. You're right. It's just that, you know what? Let me exhaust all the little things that just regular person can do before they start tinkering with this kind of stuff. All right, both sides are the same size, so that's good. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's the pump. We have a little liquid in there. I mean, this should be enough to spray. I don't think I need my tank to be all the way up for this thing to work. All right, so let's turn it on and see. Nothing's coming out. Let's try it again with the floor, with the top. You know what? I think I hit a button I wasn't supposed to hit up there. I tell you guys, this is the first time I'm working on this machine, so I am not. I am just like you if you bought it home. Okay, how's that right now? Okay, now let me see something. To release this, do I need to squeeze? Let me see something here. Ooh, okay, push down. Okay. You press this to release it. Fantastic. Let's try the upright again now. Let's see. Wow! Okay. Clumsy fingers. Pressed the button up top. Turned off the pump. And that's why we weren't getting any water. But this still needs to be cleared out. You can see it was coming up on, little stuff like this. But this broken thing did not affect it any. Haha. So that was cool. Let me look at that again. Let me see. Yeah, it didn't affect it any. I still would want it to be, taped down or something, me personally. But other than a little cleaning, this thing works. This is good. This is good. I think the only thing that was actually wrong with it was probably the fact that that belt was broken on the side here. Okay? And, but it's a working unit. It has a hose. So, if anybody wants this that's passing by Monroe, they can have it. Is that cool? All right? Because we had Mr. Vacuum Guy came by a couple of months back, and he collects vacuums. He has a channel also. You can check out his channel. He has some really cool finds that out there. You'd be surprised the amount of cleaners that people throw out. And when you think vacuum, because of the name and his dirt, people are like, vacuum? But it's amazing, man. There's a lot of successful businesses that sell vacuums, fix vacuums, sales organizations. Then you go into other trades. You have plumbers, and then you have different versions of how people go about doing that. You have the guys who do the roofing, and then you have a whole industry behind that also when it comes to roofing, where you have salespeople that go out, and you have the regular guys who just fix the roofs, and there's so many opportunities out there, but sometimes in areas that you just look at it like, really? it's like it's like your family sells what? It sells valves? Really? Valves? Interesting. What's so interesting about valves? But yeah, valves are needed in every part of our society. It's amazing. So anyway, so for those who are fascinated with vacuums, hey, big up to you, okay? There's a lot of young kids that are actually out there making YouTube videos and collecting these things. I don't know if they're reselling them or just, having a, I don't know, a showroom for shorts. But I do know there's, I think it's Mr. Vacuum Collector. He collects Kirby's. And he's pretty cool. I've refurbished a couple of Kirby's for him, polish up and stuff like that. And so, yeah, just some fascinating stuff. But yes, so like I said, I'm going to hold on to this thing. What's today? I'm going to hold on to this for a month. Okay? I'm going to hold on to this for a month. So if someone happen to be in Charlotte, you're in Pageland, you're in some part of South Carolina, or you're just passing through town, and you're like, man, I remember I saw that video with Wayne. It's within a month. I'm gonna check and see if you still have that. You can call the office or something and see if, hey, Wayne, put it on the side for me. But I'm not gonna hold it longer than a month. So don't tell me put it on the side. I'll be here in November. I don't want this to, because it gets very clogged back there, and I'm gonna want it out. So whether I give it to the Goodwill or the local, there are two shops in town that do that. 3. There's Habitat, Restore, Goodwill, and there's another thrift store that's down the block here. So one of them is gonna get it, if no one comes to pick it up, because it's still good. It just needs, a little tender loving care, a little wiping down, which I did a lot of today. Okay, but that's about that, man. Is that cool? So, guys, I'm gonna get to work. I just finished servicing a Hoover for this nice lady. This is an old school. Look at this. This is an old school Hoover. And when I used to sell Kirby's, guys, believe it or not, this guy was a nemesis. And it wasn't that the demo, like the salt test that we did, couldn't knock this out. It was just that like dealing with Electrolux customers. Electrolux customers love their Electrolux. Okay? And it's not like they just buy a casual machine. It's like back in the day when people were Ford family or they were Chevy family. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to break them out of that. I didn't understand that. I guess iPhone and Android. But look at it like that. And you're an Android salesman trying to trade in an iPhone, and people are like, nah, I love my iPhone. You know, they're iPhone people, right? So vacuums have that also. so when people really like this Hoover, you had to pull it out of their hands to part with this guy. I was never a regular vacuum fan. I trashed them all. Everybody was sucked except the Kirby. That's how it was. Oh man, yeah. But hey, guy at home, I definitely did that, man. And thanks for you know the little advice here. Okay, Scotty Bible. Hey, Scott Bible, are you still there, man? You know, I was telling my son, and we're gonna sign off, but sometimes I get on these topics. My son was trying to tell me that, like certain traditions, moral systems, and all that stuff that we have, are like oh, that's so 30 years ago, Dad, or that's so. And I'm like, dude, man, look, we've been humans for a long time, right? And we've always been searching for the answer to what will destroy a society, and how can we fix that, and how can we encode it in ways that people can follow. And if people follow this in that society, it'll be a long-lasting society. If you want to make it very secular rather than religious, so you can communicate to everybody. But religious systems happen to be the most successful at keeping the societies going. So even the people who are not religious in that society benefits from the fact that the society operates under certain code, right? Like, thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? So even though in that society people would kill, imagine not having that as a code. That's not in the subconscious of every person in that society. Imagine the amount of bloodshed we would probably have right now. So you have those underlying codes that, regardless whether you're religious or not, the society you're living in today is maintained with those codes in mind, regardless. And your next door neighbor is not going to just run in and take your stuff, right? You can safely live in the neighborhood and be confident, at least confident, that they're not going to just take your wife and take your kids and take your horse. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. So I tell my son, I said, man, look, man, I got my 10 commandments up here and all that. And I said, you don't gotta be religious to just appreciate the fact that people abide by these tenets. And that's it, man. Just enjoy your latte while the guy next to you, he's not thinking of, and unfortunately that happens though, but at least you have a high level of confidence that it's not going to happen around every corner, You know what I'm saying? And that's because of the underlying code that we live by. You know, like we all drive the cars, and you can be relatively certain that the person is not going to just cross the double line and just smash right into you. Like that he has a self-preservation, you have self-preservation, and we have this understanding that this is how we're going to operate on this road. Okay? And it's similar. Of course, accidents happen. Of course, stupid people happen. But for the most part, we're going to stay in the lane. We're going to wait for the light to turn green. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I keep bashing that into his head. Eventually, you know, he's going to get it. He think he's going to get out of this without. It doesn't work like that, bro. You're in my house. You guys take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. And these are simple to fix if anybody ever want to do this. If anyone have a problem with one of these, let me know. I've worked on the transmissions. I've worked on the whole setup down here, change the belts. So you don't get a lot of questions on these because, I don't know, not a lot of people still have these. So it was just something I just finished working on, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. Anyway, peace. How do we do that?